Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Roads and train lines had to be closed and helicopters were sent to some areas to rescue those who'd scrambled onto their roofs to escape the rising waters. And check this, water flooding a metro train in Madrid, from where Guy Hedgecoe has the very latest.
This weather event was a dramatic and deadly end to the Spanish summer, striking just as many people were returning to work after the holidays. The central province of Toledo was one of the worst hit areas. A man died after being trapped in a lift there, apparently because of the flooding. Another man was already dead when rescue services reached him near his car. Just west of Madrid, one man is still missing after his car was swept away, although his 10-year-old son was rescued after clinging to a tree for 8 hours. Just over a week ago, many parts of the country were seeing temperatures of up to 40 Celsius. Spain often sees heavy rain at the end of the summer, but this weather event, caused by a mass of low pressure, has been much more extreme than normal. In and around Madrid, where rivers burst their banks, flooding has damaged homes and left many residents struggling to keep the water out. 200 people were evacuated.
The water came into the house as if it was a wave. It went upstairs and we panicked a bit. We tried to solve the problem as best we could. We put the dog on the roof.
The flooding caused severe travel disruption, with an estimated 60,000 rail passengers affected. The high-speed rail link between Madrid and the southern Andalusia region has now resumed, but other services have been disrupted throughout the day. The extreme weather has now eased off. Guy Hedgecoe, BBC News, Madrid.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Madim, September the 5th, 2023. And it's currently 10:48 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Great glory go to the Mighty One. Shalom again. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Now, beloved, we have a couple of the tabs from the YouTube videos and news that the nation sent on to me. And we are going to go through this to see the Holy One at work. Like we said before, every single thing that you see going on today is prophecy. It was prophesied. And the Christian church or the Catholic church, whatever we want to call them, all those backwarded fake religious group out there, they think they gonna do all those stuff in the past and buried it and say those things going to happen in the future again, and then they're going to be raptured out of here and they're going to be somewhat leaving this place and going to paradise and heaven again and then enjoy another blessing after all that they've done. Now you see this thing going on over there in Spain, which is, of course, the Spanish Inquisition, the French Inquisition. I believe, during the Inquisition, that's when those people stole all our wealth, all our castles, so to speak. If you go over there, you check castle for sale in France. Let me see. In France, should I say it? In France. Okay, those are the castle for sales over there. Okay, the medieval castles, the 19th century, those are 19th century castles. This is most likely a 9th to 12th centuries castles over there. That's a 18th, 19th century castles. Okay, those are our castle we used to live when we were ruling Europe. So the Inquisition came in and destroy us and stole all those things. And we still have those things over there in Haiti. If you are not aware, let's say Palais. Oops. Sans Souci. Here we go. Okay, this is the ruins of Palais Sans Souci, which mean the palace, the No Worry Palace. Okay, all right. This is one of the many castle, Citadel, La Ferrière. Okay, giant castles. This is a lot of things. We went into this before. This is a castle that looked like a giant ship and a giant spaceship. It has 365 doors and 365 rooms. Each of those doors can only open on their day, and has a lot of weapons and stuff like that. So we still have many of those stuff all around. We got a lot of fort around Haiti, and over here also we have all those things. So we had them in France, and when our people were ruling and the Inquisition came in and took us down, and all those things happened. Let me see. Castle sell in Spain. Oops. Let's see what we have here. Okay, those are 9 centuries, 9 to 12th century castles. All right, medieval castle. Okay, let's see how much they ask for them. Okay, 625,000 euro, 1.3 million euro. It's about 700,000 and stuff. So that's how you people inherit our wealth over there, by destroying and killing our people, especially in France when we were ruling over there. Let's see. Which country has the most castle?
Germany. According to Twinkle, the country with the most castles is Germany. It's thought that Germany has around 25,000 castles within its borders. Why does Germany have so many castles?
Okay, 25,000 castles in Germany. How many castles does France has?
45,000. According to Wikipedia, the number of castles in France is estimated to about 45,000, a bit more than one for France's 36,000 communities.
Yeah, so France have 45, more than Germany, which I knew that, but I don't know why they said Germany has more. So what you see happening over there in Spain, what you see happening over there in Spain with the flooding, those are the recompense of what you people did unto our brethren and beloved during the Spanish Inquisition over there in Europe. When you guys had the power, you destroyed all our peoples. You stole our castle. We had over 45,000. And those are not lightweight castle or things like that. Look at the size of those things. All right? You did not build those things. So Castle Saint Michel, which is like beautiful, man, built in the middle of the lake. Okay, Castle Saint Michel. We need to go there, man. I would love to go to Castle Saint Michel. I don't know why. Okay, those are our stuff. And you had over there, when the Inquisition will come up upon the castle and see our church or our ley line over there, they will come and threaten us and accuse us of being heretic, and they will do all those horrible things unto us. All right, those are stuff. That's why you see those things are happening over there in Spain. And the Queen Isabella, okay, Saint Christopher Columbus, 1492 in Haiti, and they knew why they were coming over there. It's not like they came in by mistake. They came in all the time. Some of them used to come over there. Okay, all right. All those beautiful castles, they are for sales. A lot of them are for sales because they realize, well, one, they can't stay in them, because those castles, you cannot stay in them like that, brethren. Okay, They are quote unquote protected, but the Gentiles call them hunted, but they are protected. They have their natural AC during the winter, they are warm during the summer, they are cool. All right, and if you study with us, you'll know how they do this. You'll know how our ancestors use the element. They don't need the AC. Their castles stay warm during the summer and then cold during the winter. So all those castles, for instance, Disney logo. Okay, when you look at the Disney logo, you see a giant, beautiful castle. All right, those are all things. Disney is all about magic. Look at Mickey Mouse or Mikey Mouse with the wand, because Disney is all about us. Disney is us. Without us, there won't be no Disneys. Okay, the story of the mouse is an ancient story. Our people used to say, the slaves used to say, in a playground and a plantation, and a cotton plantation. If you read the book Dirty Little Secret by Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, all right, Dirty Little Secrets, Dr. Claude Anderson, and tell you all those. Him and his son wrote this book. They tell you all those things those folks are stolen from us and make money out of it and make it seems that, you know, it's them. For instance, in the book A Black Labor, White Wealth, which we're going to study together, I believe our third book, we're going to study together, Black Labor, White Wealth, how those people destroy us. They took all our labor and then they have the wealth, and then they sit in your face and saying you're lazy, you never did anything. And that's why this thing over there in Spain is happening. That's why people are dying and the mighty one is sweeping you off of the Holy Land out there. Okay? All right? It's nothing even recorded, because sometime, all right, it is recorded. All right? So, beloved, let us keep on moving, okay? Let's take this first one right here.
Now to the fire zone in Maui, and an amazing act of heroism that may have saved an entire block of homes. It was all captured on video. Sam Brock tonight with the story and the dramatic pictures.
All right. I want you to record everything when we're leaving.
Right from those first heart-stopping moments, Jessica and Stephen Pickering knew their time was precious, leaving Lahaina with flames on their heels.
Oh my God.
And a wall of smoke in the rearview mirror.
We tried to get out of the neighborhood, but were blocked by cars.
Along the way, they spot a flash of fire in the bushes.
Oh my God, it's right there in the bushes.
What?
The fire!
Oh,
it's in the bushes!
Stephen leaps from the car to put out the flames, threatening a complete stranger's house.
Steven, we're gonna get stuck! Come on!
Were you thinking at all, this is crazy and it could cost us our lives?
Yes.
But what did his actions actually end up doing?
I think that he saved that area of the neighborhood.
Oh!
The Pickerings say they barely survived without emergency sirens or even a text to warn them.
I haven't personally heard of a single notification that anybody received in all of my social network, period.
That is because not only this thing creep on them and then it cut them like a thief in the night because their stuff weren't working. They not telling you we tried, but it didn't work. They can tell you that. Okay, all they can say is like, oh, well, it wasn't necessary. Their explanation is like, okay, well, if we did sound the tsunami alarm, most people would have run towards the fire, not towards the tsunami. Okay, and people are like, well, we're not stupid. We know what a fire is and things like that. So that's what happened, and that's why they didn't receive any notification, any Amber Alert. So it's not an actual Amber Alert or something like that. Remember, there was when Trump was president, I believe 2018 or 2019 of October, everybody received. I don't know about you, but I did receive a warning. Some kind of emergency warning on my phone. They say this is just a government test. And black people, that's what I'm going to call you now, black people lost their goddamn mind. They're going to come after us, Big Levi. They're going to come after us. Hey, Jacob's trouble. They're going to do this so when they bring Jacob's trouble, so that others will know and stuff. That was 5 years ago. Now look at them. This thing didn't work. They could have easily sent a text messages over there to those people, but it didn't work. It won't work. It can't work. So that's why they don't tell them why this thing didn't work. You see how the so-called Lahaina fire, you see how it dies from the media? It's all about Burning Man. And people are not seeing the connection here between Burning Man and Lahaina. Okay? Lahaina got burned down. And people are asking, where are all the children that were over there in Lahaina? What is it? Are you familiar with the word cremated? You know what? Let me just go over there and try to define this word. Define cremation.
Here's the definition of cremation. The disposal of a dead person's body by burning it to ashes, typically after a funeral ceremony.
That's what happened. Burning to ashes. The moment they are burnt to ashes, the wind blow. That's it. They are nowhere to be found. Okay, they say, oh well, like 96 people are missing. Are you out of your freaking mind? The people that are over there can tell you the truth. Thousands of them are missing. Okay?
How many people do you think that you've talked to?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Okay.
Maui County's response is under investigation, though officials have maintained that they warned residents through texts and police loudspeakers in neighborhoods, but they haven't specified where or when.
Always better safe than sorry. Lives and safety over structure anytime.
C. Ray Beltran spent more than 15 years with the Maui Emergency Management Agency as a senior safety official.
I would have said full evacuation.
In the morning?
In the morning, knowing the winds are this high. They're super high. Prepare for the worst and then hope for less.
The road to recovery looks long for Jessica and Stephen. One of their Maui diving shops went up in flames, along with about $1.5 million worth of inventory.
Having to say that we have nothing and hold your hand out and ask for help is really humbling and hard.
Still, there's a soulful...
So, that's how the Holy One is humble down those folks. A lot of them are it's not a lot of them, most of them are very proud because they still have their wealth. Not anything else, not because they still have Christianity. They know that the Haitian's garbage. They have the wealth, they have the money, they have the homes. Once those things are no more, they are gone, they will humble themselves, just like we did. We didn't care about the Most High, man. We had all the power in the world. We had all the money in the world. That's why we didn't listen to the prophet. We didn't listen to the law. We did whatever we want. And anything that was forbidden in our culture to do, we go to others. They accept us. Especially like we study in the book where the 100 years war between France and England, or the French and the English, which has nothing to do with the actual French and the actual English that are over there in that land, because they are not the original folks of the land. Just like the so-called American here are not the original people of the land. They are not the original people of Europe either. You won't believe where those folks came from. And they are going back to over there. All right? So a lot of our brethren, they were selling us out because they wanted to do effed up things, and we did not allow this in our community. We did not allow this in our lives, and they were selling us out to the Spanish inquisitors. They were selling us out to the others and kill our brethren because they were very proud, until the Holy One humbled us down and brought us down low to the filthiest of this earth. We are the lowest of the low. Now we humble ourselves. You still have Negroes that are very proud, walking out there, think they are all that. They're like, hey, yo, man, I ain't gonna go back to know this and that. I'm free. This is my own life. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. They do whatever they want to do, because this society allows and glorify those things. Okay? So the Holy One will humble you, man. Just like he is humbling, just like he did humbling us, he's humbling the Gentiles right now.
simple silver lining across town in the Smith household, where Drew Smith recognized something familiar on social media.
I said, honey, come in here. Look at this. There's a guy saving a house. I said, oh my God, it's our neighborhood. And then we started looking. We're like, this is our house.
Smith says he's putting the Pickerings in his will. As for Stephen and Jessica, they have their lives and their love.
Oh my God, it's right there in the bushes.
And a whole bunch of neighbors ready to help them out if they ever need a hand.
So anytime, you see, this is something that is, I'm not saying this brother is one of us. I don't know. Let's say for the sake of the action that he did, he is one of us. Anytime, anyone, anywhere out there is in trouble, who come to the rescue? Who come to save them? This dude just saved the entire neighborhood. And he's lucky. Some homeowner, they could have sued him and say, well, you caused damage, water damage to my house. Or you caused this to me, you caused this to that. Who come to the rescue? Who saved the entire home? And those people are not seeing this. They are not saying, wait a minute, that guy, he actually saved all of it. We need to go over there and make our mea culpa and give him some of that yum we've been saving in the bank and whatever. I know all your houses are burning down, but whatever that you have in the bank is digital. Whether it's paper, it's still digital. Okay? So again, with the fire in Maui, or of course Lahaina, a lot of people don't know what started this fire. Till this day, they never have a proper answer and say, this is what started the fire and this is how it spread. Oh, well, the fire was started as a hurricane and stuff like that, and this, and they don't know. Like this fire that pop up here out of nowhere, it pop up there. But why? You see, the word Lahaina again means cruel sun. Define the word Lahaina.
According to Sportskeeda, Lahaina is a small town located in Maui, Hawaii, and in the Hawaiian language, the word means cruel or merciless sun.
It means cruel or merciless sun. You see, the sun, the actual physical sun, is causing a lot of fires out there because of the electron particles. Okay, the small let's say the particles. Let's see, neutron particles. Because the neutron particles, the atoms that are coming from the sun, they will ignite. They don't need to. Excuse me. They don't need to set a beam into the place. Those things can fell on this earth thousands of years ago, and then they ignited right now. They can stay dormant forever, and then they can ignite it in any time and in anywhere. Okay, dust particles. Okay, let me see. Dust particle through lens flare doing cleaning. Right, let me see. Here we go. Oh no, that's, yes. You see all those dust particles when you're cleaning, and then the sun shine, you can see all those dust. Those things, that's what fell off the sky, and then the little sparks are so small, and then boom, and they cause a fire. They're like spores, mushroom spores. Okay. Mushrooms spores. Stem. Is it in the stem, or let me see if it's in the stem. Okay, well, yes. A circle within a circle. Okay, let's see. And this thing start acting again. It was doing pretty well. You know what? Let me just. Okay, this one. See, the spores are so small. All right, they're so small. They came from the bottom of the of the mushrooms when the mushrooms cave or kit. Okay, let me see. How many spores does a mushroom has?
According to Wired, a single mushroom can launch 31,000 ballistospores per second, adding up to some 2.7 billion spores per day.
Okay, that's one mushroom. One single mushroom has over 2.7 billion spores. Okay, can you imagine? That's one mushroom cap has over 2.7 billion of them. And the spores, those are the spores. You can see them with your eyes. Okay, let me see if we can get. There you go. All right, this one right there. You see those. You see those lines? Those are the spores that the mushroom drop. You can actually see that. Okay, what the sun is doing. What the sun is doing. There we go. What the sun is doing is dropping those spores and particles, those things that get in our skins, and they stay dormant. And at any moment, our powers can be activated, and the sun is the igniter. Okay, those spores, you can actually see them. All right. So the spores that the sun is dropping, of course, I'm not saying they're spore, but they are particle. I'm just taking an example. There's dropping particles. Can you imagine how many of those things are coming? Okay. All right. And there you go. All right. A single mushroom can launch 31,000 ballistospores per second. Per second. In one day. How many seconds there is in a minute? 60 minutes. How many minute in an hour? 6 minutes. So 2.7 billion. That's one mushroom. Can you imagine the sun? Can you compare the size of the sun with the mushroom cap? I don't think you can. No. Well, how big is the sun comparing to the earth?
According to Cool Cosmos, Caltech, the sun is 864,400 miles across. This is about 109 times the diameter of Earth. The sun weighs about 333,000 times as much as Earth.
Okay, so the sun is 109 times bigger than Earth. Can you imagine how big the sun is comparing to a mushroom cap? Can you imagine how many of those things the sun are beaming down there that are causing all those fires that are getting in our skins? The cruel, merciless sun, the burning men, Leo County, all those things. You think those things are just happening because of sake of happening? No, they are playing by the Holy One. But Big Levi, you have to understand that they have a weapon down up there called DEW that the Gentiles shoot and destroy. No. The beam that those people are seeing coming from the skies or coming from the Holy One, the chariots, they're coming from the sun, the ionized iron, the ionized metals. All those things are coming from the sun. That's what's going on. They can't tell those people, oh, well, this thing was started by the sun and stuff like that. No, they're going to tell them like, hey, man, Nicki Minaj is playing something. So just go watch some of that TV show and the Empire is over there. There's some kind of like cowboy club and 50 Cent say something. Go watch this. See, now many people are asking questions. Say, what's going on? Why didn't you guys warn us? Why didn't you send anything for emergency? And where are all the rest of those people? I can't see my uncle. I don't know where my auntie, my dad is missing. Where are they? They're just going to keep telling the same thing. Go play some video games. Okay? And again, as an American, as a faithful American that work and pay taxes, I'll say Lahaina and Maui, send all that money to Ukraine. That's all I say. Those people are not fighting for freedom. Ukrainians sent all that money back straight to Ukraine. All right then. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna have to. There we go. I'm gonna have to restart this every time now.
Chaos at a local park on this Labor Day. Several shots fired, killing a pregnant woman, her unborn child, and her husband. He was just identified as 31-year-old Trey Carter. Police say they have that shooter behind bars. Kelly Kennedy, first to alert us from the scene earlier this evening. She's live tonight with the tragic new developments. Kelly, a heartbreaking story indeed.
Chris, it really is. Like you said, a pregnant woman, her unborn child, and her husband all shot to death. And believe it or not, the police chief tells me the shooter was her own younger brother. Now, the police chief tells me this was an ongoing family feud that had been going on for a long time, and it came to a tragic end at the park this afternoon. Stafford Park in Maple Heights was packed with families and church groups Monday afternoon celebrating the holiday, when suddenly a 29-year-old man pulled out a gun and started shooting.
I just heard the gunshots and I turned around. I was cutting a watermelon. I turned around and everybody was running towards this way. And when we tried to get all the kids, I didn't panic too much, but I did panic.
Johnny Coleman was at the park with his church group.
Really, I wasn't scared, but the kids, I was more concerned about the kids. You know, a stray bullet, you know, they ain't got no names on them.
Maple Heights Police Chief Todd Hansen tells me the chaos started at around 3:15. He says the shooter got into a fight with his sister at the park. It escalated and he pulled out a gun. The shooter's sister and her family came to the parking lot to try to leave when the chief says that man opened fire, shooting his 30-year-old pregnant sister to death and grazing a 13-year-old. Do you have any idea what the shooter's motive was in this?
I really don't, other than the fact that we have preliminary reports that there was a long-standing feud between the shooter and these two parties that he engaged. I think the juvenile was just hit by chance. I don't think the juvenile was targeted. He just happened to be close to the female. But yeah, I think there's there are some family relations.
The woman's husband, a 31-year-old man, ran from the parking lot to a nearby pavilion to try to escape the shooter. But the chief tells me he was shot and killed in the bathroom. The chief says the shooter ran out of the park towards Auburn Avenue.
I saw him, he ran across the parking lot, had on a red shirt, and I saw him go through they caught him on the next street.
The chief tells me BCI is assisting them in their investigation. He also tells me that witnesses on the scene were very helpful. And that's one of the reasons why police were able to arrest the suspected shooter so quickly. Now, the woman who was killed in the shooting, as well as the shooter's names, have not been released yet, but we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Reporting live in Maple Heights, Kelly Kennedy, 19 News.
Well, beloved, myself personally, I have no comment on this. Okay, I have no comment on that. Brothers are killing sisters, sisters are killing brothers, fathers killing sons, sons are killing fathers. Okay, there we go. We're gonna take those two videos. And Labor Day, you know, barbecue, you know, going out there, do things and stuff like that. I have no comment, because a lot of people that look like us, a lot of our people, they need to go. Ain't no other way to put this. They need to go. That's all. You guys need to go, man. Causing too much confusion, always keeping our vibration low. You need to go. You know? That's all I'm going to say about this. So the cleansing is in the midst, all right? How long we are into this thing? Oh, boy. Okay, all right, well. All right, then, so. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. A lot of those folks, they need to go, okay? It's prophecy, and that's how all those things going on. Let's take another one.
An awful story here in Lake Wales. This 16-year-old, who by all accounts had a big heart and a bright future, is dead now after deputies say his father brutally murdered him. Stephen Rada was staying with his granddad to help him out when investigators say Stephen's father killed him with a power saw. The sheriff calls the man evil and says because of him, a bright light in this community is gone. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is in Lake Wales with more.
An absolutely horrific situation in a Lake Wales neighborhood, and nearly 12 hours later, there are still more questions than answers. Topping the list, why did this father kill his son? Stephen Rada was 16 years old, full of life, and with a full life ahead of him, according to Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd.
He was just a stand-up, stellar young man.
Sheriff Judd says Stephen was living with his grandfather to help out while his grandmother was in rehab. As for the teenager's father, also named Stephen, the sheriff says he wasn't around much.
His dad had just shown up about a month ago.
Late Monday morning, the grandfather returned to his home on Old Bartow Road in Lake Wales. The elder Stephen was waiting outside.
And his quote was, "I wouldn't go in there if I was you. I killed someone."
Investigators say the person he killed was his son. We're told he used an angle grinder, a type of electrical saw, to do it. Detectives haven't yet determined why.
It breaks our heart. There aren't adequate words to explain how horrific this event is.
But for Sheriff Judd, there are always words to describe people like the suspect, who he says was a career criminal. We're told he tried to get away, but deputies caught him about a mile away.
The family has reported that he's psychotic. He's got a history all the way back to high school of using methamphetamine. And you go, well, he might have had a mental health issue. Well, of course he did. People don't murder people unless they're nutso.
The sheriff says it's a crime that left a family broken. And although there aren't many answers so far, investigators say this is what they do know.
We know that he's an evil, evil person. We know that he murdered his son today. And that son was a beautiful 16-year-old person.
And this comes a little more than a week after a mother killed her two children in what the sheriff's office has called an apparent murder-suicide. And Sheriff Grady Judd says in his long career in law enforcement, he can't remember a time when parents killed their children in two separate crimes just 8 days apart.
Yes.
In Polk County.
Yes.
Fox 13 News.
Yes, because things like that, this is the last day. And those are the good Christian folks are always out there talking about, oh, well, you know, the Antichrist is going to come. He's going to do all those things. And then mother going to be against daughter, father going to be against son. And that's when the Antichrist get there. In the meantime, let's just chill. Nothing else going to happen. This father go ahead and then kill his son. Till now, they don't know why. He haven't been there. And then when he was finally there for this boy, he killed him. Why should I say murder? Because there is a big difference between kill. Thou shalt not murder. You guys change it into killed. Thou shalt not suffer poisoner to live. You change it into witch. That's what you folks did. And there's a lot of stuff you guys done. And those are prophecies. And that's why the sheriff say throughout his life, his career, he have not seen, there are so many family members killing each other. This dude shot and killed his sister, which was pregnant, and the husband. This guy killed his son. This mother killed the entire family and killed herself. Okay? You don't know what those people are dealing with because they've done a lot. They've done a lot, Bridget. The Spanish Inquisition, the most recent things that we have now is the Jim Crowism, the 1960s, the Dollar General stores, okay, the Buffalo thing that they did up there in New York. And all those things are going back and forth to those people. And of course, you will not see the so-called black folk out there online raising hell about that. Like, wait a minute, a father did this to his son, but why? A mother took out all those folks, why? A fellow that looked like us took out his sister, pregnant sister, and the husband, why? Nope, they are waiting for something centralizing, I don't know, so something like the entire place, the entire social security, social network, social media is talking about so they can bring it and make noise about it. But people won't talk about those things, and they won't say, "Hey, man, this is prophecy right there." They'll say, "Nah, that's not prophecy. That's like this is just once happened randomly." No, it's not. All right, let's keep on moving again.
20 minutes of nonstop news begins with a family tragedy. A father from South Jersey is found dead after police say he killed his daughter in their home. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Tracy Davidson.
And I'm Jacqueline London. Police were called to the family's home in Voorhees yesterday after receiving a call about an assault. When they arrived, they found the 22-year-old daughter and her mother had been beaten.
And the daughter didn't survive. NBC 10's Brian Sheehan is live in Voorhees with the latest and more details. Brian, what happened here?
Yeah, the Camden County Prosecutor's Office confirms the body of 57-year-old Gregory Kelman was found in a wooded area here.
Okay, first of all, the guy is 57. You know what to do. Now, this is not the first time we went to this place over there, Voorhees, New Jersey. And I can remember, for those of you who remember, 2 years ago when we defined Voorhees, we knew who was in the midst anytime you see the word Voorhees, okay? For instance, Jason Voorhees. Okay? This is who's in the midst. All right? The Archangel Raphael, all right? Jason, which means healer, okay? Jason Voorhees, all right? With his machete, with his sword. Okay, we define all those things. This is the Archangel, a representation of Archangel Raphael. All right, because of the name Jason Voorhees. And we define the name Jason through the dreams and connection that we had, for those of you who remember. Okay, these things happen over there in New Jersey, Voorhees. All right, this is the type of things that's going on. Okay, so yeah. And it's been happening a while over there in New Jersey, and we brought it out. A lot of people think it was a joke, but it's not. This is real. Okay, let's go back to this.
At the Robin Hill Apartments around 11:30 this morning. We're about a mile from the Kelman family home, and tonight those who live in both neighborhoods are wondering what happened.
This is a town that's not really that bad, and all of a sudden now you got a murderer that was over there, you know, and now they say he's dead.
For hours Tuesday afternoon, Carl Kurtz watched from behind yellow police tape just feet from his home as the Camden County Prosecutor's Office removed the body of a man wanted for killing his 22-year-old daughter just a mile away.
It's just mind-boggling, you know. Why would you kill your daughter?
Yeah, it is.
You know, in the first place.
The prosecutor's office says the body of 57-year-old Gregory Kelman was found in a wooded area near the Robin Hill Apartments around 11:30 this morning. Investigators believe the longtime Cooper University healthcare employee shot himself after being on the run since early yesterday morning.
They say he's dead.
Okay, let's just go through some stuff right here.
For hours Tuesday afternoon, Carl Kurtz watched from behind yellow police tape just feet from his home as the Camden County Prosecutor's Office removed the body of a man wanted for killing his 22-year-old daughter just a mile away.
So now, good. We're going to stop right here. Let's enlarge this. Do we need to enlarge that? Well, let's enlarge this. Okay, I'm assuming this is the daughter, okay? And that's the mother on the right on the, well, it's on their right, on his right, or on the left side of the screen, and that's the father. That's the Christmas trees, and then they are standing there with the fake smile, as if they are happy people, as if they are not dealing with anything, as if everything is all right, everything is good. I love my dad loved me. I love my mom loved me. My dad loved me, he loved my mom, as if everything is okay. But then again, that's not the case. Okay, those are the hardcore Christian. They are very proud. They don't care about what's going on out there. And then this dude, he went over there and took the daughter out. But, you know, just saw the hell of it. You know, 400 year, 4 plus 5. You know what that is. And we're watching this on Channel 10. Okay, we are not making those things up. That's what that is.
It's just mind-boggling.
Yes, I agree with Carl Kurtz. Like, why? Some of the stuff happened, beloved. You're like, why would you do this? Why would the father go home in the first place? You never seen this child. You killed the boy with a saw, with the electric saw. And then another father beat the daughter to death. He beat the mother, beat the daughter to death. Okay, but why? No, that's the precaution. Restitution. Ish that you did back then, coming back to haunt you.
Now, why would you kill your daughter? In the first place.
The prosecutor's office says the body of 57-year-old Gregory Kelman was found in a wooded area.
Okay, which of course the number 10 right here with the speed limit. Okay, say 10, all right.
Area near the Robin Hill Apartments around 11:30 this morning. Investigators believe the longtime Cooper University healthcare employee shot himself after being on the run since early yesterday morning. It was just before 7 when his wife Sherry made a frantic call to 911, saying her husband woke her up and started beating her with a baseball bat while yelling, "I can't take it anymore." Sherry told police she eventually crawled into their daughter Catherine's bedroom and found her unresponsive and covered in blood.
This isn't supposed to happen.
But it did happen. Great glory. Okay, this is just another example to show you how those things are happening all the time, every single year, every single day, every single month, all the time. Okay, and this church can't say anything about it. The others can't say anything about it. People are not raising hell because they're just comfortable with this. Okay, let's keep on moving. All right. Now, this is a crash to a Danish Texas. This is a crash to a Danish Texas. All right. So things like that keep happening, and people just, oh, he had a medical issue, he was drunk, she had some kind of vision problem, and the speed was a factor, the word was slippery, and all the stuff. But no, man, why is this thing keep happening? We have to look at the location of where those businesses were built or are built. What's causing these things? Why all those chaoses keep happening suddenly now? Okay, but no one want to talk about.
Thanks
this.
for watching. Stay up.
Oh, no one want to talk about that. All right, there we go. Oh boy.
Been some obviously videos of people leaving and making the several mile trek out. But how are the conditions right now? Obviously, tens of thousands of people still there. Describe to me what you all are doing right now, just to check on everyone and tell us how everybody's doing.
So it's not a 7 mile trek out. The turnoff is 7 miles from the local town.
Okay, so this is Marianne Goodell. She's the CEO of Burning Man Project. Now, I'm going to speak a little about the Burning Man, what I know of it. But before that, we are going to say why all those things are happening. Okay. Oops. All right. Oh, good grief. Oh, man. I think I really messed it up. I think I put it too low. Let me use the pad now. Let me use the pad instead. All right. So this is happening because of Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, 1619, 2019, 400 years over. Right after 2019, 2020 gets in, the plague get there. It was not the elite. It was not the 1%, the establishment. It was not Oprah, because they like to put our people in there. Oh, La Haina Fire, Oprah, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne got house over there, and they are taking the children there so they can do Sounds of Freedom with them. Yeah, keep putting people that look like us out there and make it seem that, we are guilty doing this. No, that was not being done by the so-called celebrity. That was not being done by the so-called the government, or China did this. That was the act of the Holy One, the act of the Most High. Everything was shut down. Till this day, everything is still shut down and locked out. You people were not locked down, you were locked out. That's why you can't get in. So it's gonna take you some time to realize. Well, not that more, not that long. It's gonna take you a little bit to realize that. Wait a minute, there is no going back. See, we are about to enter 2024. We are in your 2023 in September of your calendar. 90 days from now, another 90 days or 3 more months, we're done with this year, and then boom, 2024. This year just fly by. I don't know about you, Bridget. It's just this year just fly by. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I'm pretty sure there are some people out there saying, man, when did September get here? Today is September the 5th. This thing is just fly by. Next thing you know, October, the 10th month, and then 2 more months after that, then that's it. Okay? So now, the reason why is this happening again, our punishment is over, the curse has been removed, and slowly but surely, I say in this case rapidly, and surely it's being placed upon 83. 83, who are the 83? Psalm 83. Go read Psalm 83. Those are the people that came against our loin and came and make a tumult and did these things unto us, erase our memory, erase our name from this earth, and did all those things unto us. Okay? So now, with that being said, brethren, the Mighty One said he is going to do something to those people in Genesis 15 verse 14, and he said, and also that nation whom they shall serve without judge. And the Holy One is judging this nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. We just witnessed execution by the sword, okay? We just witnessed thunder voices, the weather, okay? We just witnessed the fiery conflagration. And then you will see that there is the famine, the destruction by earthquake, increase of hail and snow, wild beasts will be their grave. All those things, they are there. Now, concerning how long we are into this thing, there we go. Oof. Now, concerning burning men, this is what I gathered, and we're going to get a little research over there. What is burning men, brethren? Okay. Now, remember, the Gentiles, whenever something happened to them, they like to deflect things and put it on us. Oh, burning men, that's like pagan. That's like Druidic paganism. And burning man is like they are doing sacrifice over there. They are not Christian. They are doing, no, Burning Man has nothing to do with this. What was the original Burning Man? The original Burning Man was a dude back in the 80s. One more, let me see. Great. When was the first Burning Man? Yeah, 1986.
June 1986. Yes. According to ABC 7 News, here's something you may not have known about the festival. It was started right here in the Bay Area. The festival started nearly 40 years ago. In June 1986 as a small ritual on Baker Beach in San Francisco with just 20 guests. They burned an 8-foot effigy called the Burning Man.
It started in the 80s. Who started? A guy, he had his girlfriend, and then they were dating. He loved the girl, and the girl left him for a tall dude. And he was so pissed off, okay? He went and then make a 8-foot tall guy. He was so angry at the dude, he freaking burned the guy. You know, it symbolized that he will burn the guy, he will get anger, and then they will drink and they would party, and this thing going on as the Burning Man. That's all it was. And of course, anytime other people do something, the rich Gentiles take this ish, all right? They make it seems like, oh, this is a new wave. This is like a alternative, minimalist, garbage, tiny house living garbage. Anytime they see how people doing something garbage, they come up with a bunch of garbage. Okay, so every year they do this thing. It was the hippies, and then Burning Man. Burning Man literally mean. The reason why they celebrate it is to come and unleash your rage against your ex. That's all it is. And then when they were doing these things, and a bunch of dudes will bring women and whores and prostitutes and drugs, and they will unleash their stuff. They will burn the thing, and then they will have orgies. That's what it was, and that's what it still is. Okay? All right? The man that got his girlfriend left him for this dude, this tall ass dude. We don't know if that dude was black, but most likely could have been, And then he made an effigy of the guy. He burned it, and then he would have sexual intercourse with a bunch of other women, and then they will invite a bunch of people. They do this every year. People that have their heart broken, they will make a burning man. They will sing, drink, and then have spread that STDs all over. Okay, that's what they used to do, and they still doing it. Now they want to make this thing look like some kind of like awakening, woke thing. You go over there because it's an alternative style and stuff. No, now this thing being swagger jacked by a bunch of rich folks. Okay, they go over there, a bunch of rich guys, and then they go and have sex with each others and spreading this disease and drinking and drugs, and after that they go back home and tell people the spiritual awakening, just like the whole ayahuasca thing, man. This thing being profane now. The whole ayahuasca journey is profane because so many of those rich folks go over there and then they do orgies and then they do this thing. They profane it, and that's not what that thing is for, man. This is a very serious thing, very important things our people used to do, still do, to go to the spiritual realm to get information. But no, you people use this thing. Oh, I had a spiritual journey with Mark and Jean, John, Peter, and Paul, the whole 12 disciples. We had no, that's not what that is, man. That has nothing to do with orgies and sex and all that. But anyway, that's what the original Burning Man was. It was an anger thing. It was something that symbolized he hit the guy, burned the stuff. That's what it was. It has nothing to do with effigy or they're sacrificing whatever. No, those people are having a bunch of those people are having a bunch of sex there. A bunch of people with non-people. They'll put other things that are not people walk on four legs, and they will do all sort of things with those poor animals over there, man. That's what you guys do, okay? Now, how much the ticket for Burning Man, okay? How much the ticket for Burning Man? Come on. Okay, August the 1st, Burning Man tickets is $575 to $2,750. Parking goes somewhere around $150, and to camp it's about $5,000. Unless you bring your own RV, which they will charge you. If you bring your own RV, they charge you $150, something, $5,000. You pay $2,700, okay, to go to something, okay, the bike rental of $100 to rent a bike, okay, all right, $575. Let's say $575. This thing had 73,000 people attained, okay, 73,000 times $575.
The answer is $41.97500 million US dollars.
So every year, this woman right there is making $50 million a year on something that had nothing to do with her. That has nothing to do with anything that they are doing over there. It was just something they started. For instance, we started the 40-day fast. Okay, yearly we do this. And then those people swagger jack this thing right now. What did that African pastor did? It made those women come to the church naked and give them bath. Naked in the church. I'm not making this up. Man. This is on YouTube. We just show it to you. And then they make the 40-day fast about cleansing the body inside of the church. But the pastor had... You know what? Let me see if I can get this thing. Because people think we are making this up, man. We are not, man. Okay? We are not. Let me see if I can get this. Pastor giving bath to female parishioner inside the church. Okay. This pastor was shaving the women. Okay, shaving the private part right there. I believe it's the same dude. And then shaving them and anointed them. And those women love that. Okay? All right. Of course, we're not going to show this. All right. It's YouTube. See, they don't give those people no issue. Okay? Where's the dude that was bathing the women? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's the dude, all right, bathing those women naked and washing them everywhere, brethren. Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole video. All right. Okay. Okay, those women, okay, they caught it. They caught it. All right. All right. Okay. These young women, those beautiful young women will come out and take all their clothes, and then they will sit in front of those guys and they will bathe them. All right. They will wash everything, brethren. And some of the wash, you're like, okay, what the hell is going on here? Now, before we get too deep into this, you see what they are doing here? That has nothing to do with anything. That's completely fine, okay? But for you to bring those ladies in this house that you are calling the house of the Lord. Oh, it's already one hour. The house of the Lord, you brought those young women there and you do this thing in them, you know, to them in front of everyone. Okay, this is not appropriate, but the bath, it's holy. The bath has nothing. Those things have nothing to do. But he was doing this, brethren, because of the 40-day fast. And those guys are watching us. He made very specific words, just like we've been saying, say, hey, man, you got to cleanse your body and stuff, which is good. I have nothing against that. But to bathe those women, beloved, if you see the original video, the guy was like washing. You're like, okay, is he washing or in and out? What the hell is this? Is washing the oven or is he checking it? What the hell? It happened. And to show you the power that those guys have upon those folks over there in the church and things like that, upon those young women. That's why when you become the man of the Lord, you have so much power. And if you're not a strong man, you will do a lot of nonsense. And you will tell the people, the Lord told me to do this, and they will agree. As long as you put the name of the Lord in it. That's why they say, the mighty one say, don't take my name in vain. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. That doesn't mean you say, oh, God damn it, oh, God this, God that. No, that means when you take the mighty one names, you use it. You use it to get money, you use it to get cookies, you use it to get power, and then when the Holy One never did tell you anything like that. It's pretty much the same thing what those people did. They took the whole Burning Man thing that has nothing to do with anything. They charged people an arm and a leg, something that used to be free. 20 guests came in, just like our people. You came in here and then we just do a little party and stuff, and we laugh and we go out. No, they charge you $575. That's like the lowest. Some of the places they charge you $2,700. They make millions every single year, so they can have orgies and sex and stuff. Brethren, listen, I live in South Florida. I'm well aware what those. I'm well aware what those people do when they're in group, dog. Okay, let me show you something right here, man. People think I'm making this up. All right. South Florida Swinger Club. There we go. Right? There we go. Okay. Man, I don't wanna click in this. Boy. Let me go to map. Okay, you know what? Let me just write it. Okay, wait, hang on. Is it on the map? Seems like. Okay, all right. This thing is like. Okay. All right. Those things are everywhere here, man. Okay. All right. All right. Swing club and scene. There's a lot of them. All right. There are one that are more private. What they do, you will go to those club. Again, you know, when I had my business back then, back in 2014, 2015, what you would do, you will just go over there, and then you will go with your wife, or if you're a man, you will go with your wife, and you'll take your key, your car keys, and you will put it in one of those basket, which has a bunch of other keys. Okay, and then you guys will go there and talk and mingle, and then after that, and they will take the basket, they will shake it, and then you will just grab a key. Whatever key that you pull out there, you will go home with that, whoever's wife that is. Okay, for instance, excuse me, if let's say this is an example, Bridget, I'm doing just to show you what those people are doing all over the place. They walk around and show to you like they are holy of the holy, and then when you look at behind the scene, you're like, wait a minute, this is not holy at all. And let's say I pull a key, and then it turned out she was the wife of another dude, and then she will go home with me, or my wife will go with the other dude, and then or both of us can go to one of each other's house, and then things will go down between her and I and her husband. Okay, I told this story multiple times. You got men that come down there, okay, white men that come down there. They call those men cuck husband, C-U-C-K husband. They will come down there. They will pay huge black men, okay, men that has like massive third leg, to rain down and ram their wife while they're watching. They don't need to do anything. They just want to they just want to watch. All right, that's what those people do. And they want to tell you, oh, the Burning Man is like, well, it's an alternative, being woke, that has nothing to do with none of those garbage they're bringing. It's something, you go over there, you pay a bunch of money to have sex with a bunch of strangers. And then that's why they got the Ebola, STD, and all those nonsense spreading out there. That's what that is. It has nothing to do with, oh, Big Levi, that's some pagan, druidic things. No, that's the garbage they said, so people would not investigate them. But when you speak with people that used to go to these things, say, no, man, this is not only there's a bunch of the backward dumpster baking going over there, but there is a hell of a lot more drugs. Do you know those people are the ones that do the most drugs, the most hardcore drugs, because they got the money to buy the drugs? Crack, methamphetamine, fentanyl, a bunch of drugs, man. Okay, cocaine. That's what those people do in that Burning Man things. And then they want to sit there and try to make this thing, oh, this is some righteous thing we do to get away from society. Yeah, to get away from society and bang each other. That's what that was, and that's what that is. Okay? So anytime, beloved, you're hearing those people talking about, oh, Burning Man, and it's some kind of like alter societal, you show your skills, you build bikes, you build this. That has nothing to do with anything. This thing is very expensive. A lot of drugs going on. A lot of people die every year. And then they have things that they need to do to each other. Now the Holy One say, this thing is over. The fun is over. No more. No more doing these garbages upon our land anymore. No more you going out there and stretch your legs and spread ego for any other man and stuff like that. A lot of high quality prostitutes or girls or Instagram girls attend this thing because there's a lot of millionaires and celebrities go to this garbage. For instance, Chris Rock was seen in this thing. He left. A lot of people that look like us go to these things, okay, because they want to be mingle and be around those people. And again, I'm not condemning anyone to go or not to go into these things. If this is what float your boat, so be it. But I will give you this warning. Okay. At this time right now, this is not the way. Hang on. This is not the time for you to go anywhere and party and try to be with people and try to make it cool and stuff. This is the time for you to stay your ass home, pray, meditate, know who your guardian angel is, because the curse has been lifted up upon you. It's time for you to search the face of the Holy One. Study to show thyself approved unto the Holy One. The first step to study to show thyself approved is to study thyself first. Who are you? What are you? What do I have in my home? What do I have? What is my color? What is my metal? What is this? What is that? And then you start knowing yourself. You start studying all the books, not stuck in 66, 80 books. All right, beloved, I will see you in part 2. Okay? And you can just wait for it, or you can just look for it.